Donald Trump has been paying deposits into the don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears bank for 4 years, and he's pulling them out now. He has been telling everyone that what Annie writes and her colleagues is fake. He's been he's been attacked. I mean, it all makes sense now why he has been on this maniacal, obsessive media campaign for 4 years, because now he needs his supporters to be willing to die for him. I mean, this is all sort of adding up. I mean, he needs them not to believe the CDC, not to believe the New York Times, not to believe Dr. Patel, not to believe statistics from his own executive branch of the government. He needs them to not wear masks because he wants them all to be actors in his charade that he hasn't botched the greatest threat to this country in its history.
Well, and that's why he needs to have these outdoor rallies, as though somehow he can conduct himself as though nothing is happening. This is just like the 2016 campaign. You hold a rally, you get people excited. They're not wearing masks. They defy state law, and he feeds on that. And so he's actually, gotten to the point now where when, these interviews where his supporters are asked about even the existence of the coronavirus. I mean, I heard a little 6 or 7 year old boy say, oh, it's no worse than the flu. I mean, he just got that from Donald Trump and his parents. And so I think that this sort of creating a different kind of reality is the only thing that he has now that can get his people to the polls. And he's hoping that that can carry him through Election Day. I just don't think it's going to work for the American people. By Friday, we probably are going to reach the horrible, horrible marker of 200,000 Americans who are dead. I don't know what other symbol there is that quantifies how just dangerous and disastrous and deadly this president has been.
And Dr. Patel, it brings us to a conversation about the vaccine. I think there's universal hope and optimism that science is able to deliver a vaccine. I think there is equally universal hope and optimism that it'll be transparent, that it'll be vetted, and that it'll be on a schedule determined by science and public health, not politics. Donald Trump has made that impossible. His comments about the vaccine, his comments about hydroxychloroquine, his refusal to wear a mask, his refusal to social distance, his refusal to ban indoor events. If he were to be on the up and up about the vaccine, it would be the first and only thing that he's done that's tied to the science.
Yeah, and that's the concern. You've already seen the interference with the regulatory nature of the government with convalescent plasma, hydroxychloroquine, and there are probably other examples we are not aware of. I think the critical issue with the vaccine is, you've got Donald Trump's own political kind of appointees, Michael Caputo, and who's a Roger Stone ally and a conspiracy theorist from the beginning. You've got someone who is already setting the stage to undermine scientists, first within the CDC, but next it'll be the FDA. The one thing I would say to viewers that's giving me confidence that the FDA is doing its job is not just the dedicated staff that are there who are hanging on, I'm sure, kind of by their fingernails, but the fact that in the United States, the AstraZeneca trial, one of the leading vaccine manufacturers, is still currently on pause, likely related to this severe adverse reaction in the UK. The UK resumed trials, but the United States is still reviewing and has not resumed that vaccine trial, which offers some hope that the scientists will prevail. But you're absolutely right, Nicole. We should not let our metal off the gas in terms of keeping up the accountability we expect and the transparency from the scientists and the drug and the vaccine manufacturers themselves.
Annie Carney, Dr. Patel mentioned the Roger Stone protege, who is the most senior communications official at the Health and Human Services Department. We started the 5 o'clock hour yesterday with your paper's extraordinary reporting on his accusation that there were members of the CDC who were committing sedition. His claims that the shooting will begin, all sorts of incredibly disturbing things that your paper reported. Is there any update on his status? Is he still employed by HHS and Donald Trump?
I think that's fast moving and will be settled by the end of the day. I saw a Politico report just before I came on the program that he had apologized to staff and was taking some sort of mental health break. So it sounds like all sides are working out what could be a graceful exit under these circumstances. I don't know if that's temporary or full, but it sounds like it's clear that him remaining in his position is not feasible for anyone.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.